everyone. How y'all doing? Thanks for stopping by and tuning in. As always. So, next, I guess, Shibuya of the Week award lineup goes to this time. Some guy named Stefan Drury. Sir Stefan Drury. Again, I too do not know who this YouTuber pilot is, but sometime last year he came across my feed, or when I typed in recommendations or typed in as far as for YouTube pilots and such and such. Ooh. Such and such, but yeah. This one's titled the YouTube pilots are the worst. I already watched it back then, but I thought I'd watch it again with y'all and give my quick spiel on the end of it, and that's it. This video is about 13 minutes long, so here we go. Let's see what Mr. Drury has to say on this.
Subway is my absolute vice. It's like my McDonald's. But I've just landed here at Adelaide Airport after, to be honest, a brilliant flight. A really good, it's about a 2-hour flight from Melbourne. Clear blue skies, air traffic control were awesome. The approach into Adelaide was beautiful. Landing was great. And now I'm here having a Subway sandwich at the airport before heading home. You just think that flying is perfect. And if you watch these videos and watch other people doing stuff on YouTube, you must just think, well, wow, it's so easy. Why does everyone else find it so easy? But sometimes I find it hard. That's not true. You're not alone. I find it hard sometimes too, and that's kind of what I want to share in this video as we make our way back to Melbourne this afternoon.
Adelaide Tower, Echo Yankee Zulu is ready on Foxtrot 5, Adelaide 3 departure via Bendo.
Yankee Zulu, Adelaide Tower, sign heading right 140, runway 05, super takeoff.
Yeah, as I said, I'm heading back to Melbourne this afternoon. I actually flew up to Adelaide this morning. I made a short video on that one, a slightly different one on the channel. I'll link to it up above if you haven't seen it, but heading back to Melbourne this afternoon. And yeah, I really want to touch on that subject of the stuff that you see online. Sometimes it looks a little bit too perfect.
Alright, lining up on the runway, full power, once we're straight. Temperatures and pressures are good, airspeed's increasing on both.
There she is.
Welcome to Adelaide Airport. This telephone call is recorded for safety and security purposes.
But I'm just in the general aviation area. I just need to get airside back to my aircraft again, please.
Yeah, I can get them out there, no worries.
All right, thank you. Easy as that. Thanks, Adelaide. It is a requirement in this airport to wear a high-vis vest. I'm glad I bought it the other day. Finally actually using it.
Contact approach.
Time to approach, Echo Yankee Zulu, clear. On approach, Echo Yankee Zulu, turning right, 140, climbing 4,000.
Echo Yankee Zulu, Adelaide approach, g'day, identified. Echo Yankee Zulu, report sighting a Jetstar A320, they're 5 miles, you're 11 o'clock, crossing left to right high.
Looking for the traffic for Yankee X-ray Zulu. Just confirming that was for Echo Yankee Zulu, if so, we have traffic in sight.
Echo Yankee Zulu, as resume own navigation, pass behind the A320, direct to Bendo, climb 27,000, maintain own separation.
Maintain separation and behind the Airbus, climb 7,000, direct Bendo, Echo Yankee Zulu. Okay, bye Adelaide. So that was a pretty good departure. For those of you, I know a lot of you are aviators out there, for those of you that are interested, that was what's called a SID, a Standard Instrument Departure out of Adelaide. Basically, they give you, you take off, you climb on a track, and then when you're above a certain altitude, in my case, because of the runway I was on, it was 1,700 feet. And once I'm above 1,700 feet, then I can turn onto my side heading, which was 140, and then I just continued along there at the altitude they gave me, which was 4,000 feet, until
Quebec Victor, can you see the A320 on short final now 05?
Until like that, there was an A320 that was going past me. Once I'd visually sighted him, then they said I can continue on my own course and climb to 7,000 feet, which is where we are now. So then my job now is to maintain or monitor everything that's going on here in the cockpit, but apart from that, wow, that is a big hole. Jesus. Oh my God, that's huge. What are they digging out there? If anyone knows what that gigantic hole just outside of Adelaide is. And like I was saying back there at the airport before we left earlier today, yeah, there's a lot of stuff you see on the internet. There's a lot of flying content that you see where I guess pilots make things look perfect. They make everything look easy. There's like, oh, thunderstorms up above, I'm going to heroically go around them. I'm going to edit out all the bits where I'm going, holy hell, what am I going to do? You basically just see a bunch of pilots who are out there flying who are just getting everything right. I want to reassure you, if you're learning to fly, if you've been flying for a while, if you're just interested in aviation, that never happens in real life, okay? There are always times when pilots, me included, basically, I suppose, doubt your own ability sometimes, question what you're doing. And on those days, to be honest, flying sometimes isn't fun. So if you have days where you're thinking, do you know what, my heart's not in it, or I don't want to do it, rest assured you're not alone. I'm going to tell you one story which maybe will hopefully make you feel better, which is when I was doing I've got an aerobatics rating, a basic aerobatics rating, and one day I was so nervous about going to do the flight when we were going to do aileron rolls that I actually stopped my car halfway between my house and the airport, called up the company that I was doing my rating with and said, look, I can't come in because my car's broken down. I'm just going to have to reschedule the lesson because I was so afraid. I was afraid of the sensation. I was afraid of getting sick. And I guess my head that morning just wasn't in pilot mode. And so I called them up, I cancelled the lesson, I went back home, I reset myself, I went back, I did it again. And over the course of the time, I did get my aerobatics rating, which was awesome. You know, during that time, there were days when it wasn't awesome. There were days when I really didn't enjoy what I was doing. So it doesn't make you any weaker to admit when you're just having a really shit day, okay? And we all have it. And the stuff that you see online with, you know, the YouTube pilots out there and people doing things that you want to do, but people doing them perfectly, don't worry. There's so much editing that happens to cut out all the stuff that maybe would embarrass them otherwise. And I want to just give mention to two people who are an exception to this. And I know there are many others out there, but two that I want to highlight who do actually show when they're having a bad time. First of all, it's someone I've mentioned a lot on this channel before, but you know I've flown with him before. Nico from Nico's Wings. I'll link his channel up above. He shares the good and the bad. He shows when he's having a bad day. He shows when he's getting a bit anxious about the flights that he's doing. He shows as well when he diverts because he just, you know, it's not safe or practical. He shows all that stuff, and I really respect that. So please check out Nico. The other guy is Steve-O. Now, we all know Steve-O Knievo, and we all see him flying a TBM around the Bahamas, and we all think, wow, that's the life to live. But recently, he put up a video where he was trying to get through some storms in Florida. And contrary to what a lot of people do, he actually left in a lot of the content where he was physically sitting there going, what should I do? I'm not sure what I should be doing. Should I be going ahead? Should I be doing this? And he actually included a lot of his thought process.
Man, that's not good news, guys. I don't know what to do here. Oh, around the back side of it, so it's moving east. Oh boy.
I'll link to that specific video down below as well. Have a look at it if you haven't seen it before. Really interesting insight into the mind of a very experienced pilot like Steve-O, and a reminder that everybody has those days when sometimes you're just sitting there thinking, I have no idea. Oh, I forgot, I got cookies at Subway. The lady at Subway upsold me really well. She almost upsold me to a foot long from a 6-inch, but I said no. But then the chocolate chip cookies made an appearance in her sales message, and of course I said yes. So I got 2, and I totally forgot about them until now. Hurrah! I met someone at the gates as well. I'm going to give a shout out actually. I got their Instagram channel. Their Instagram account is ifly.aviation. Check him out. He was just waiting at the gate, saw me on flight radar, saw me coming in, was taking some photos of Echo Yankee Zulu. Just wanted to come and say hello, and that for me just energizes me so much. The other thing I'm doing on these long flights is I Bluetooth my iPhone into my brand agnostic, not to be mentioned brand name
headset, which I'm wearing at the moment. It just means that I can listen to music on these longer legs, which I didn't used to do a lot. But I've actually found on the longer legs, when there's not a lot to do apart from monitor what's going on, and especially on days like this when the weather's just, you know, it's easier flying rather than in IMC. Having some music on is fantastic. Milkshake, you ready? You want to put some music on? Here we go now. Let's sit back and relax. I'll do what Billy Bors used to do. There we go. Seat goes back. Put it back. Well, we're coming up to Class C airspace at 5,000, where I know the step is 4,500, and we haven't got our clearance yet. So I'll give him 10 more seconds, and then I'm going to ask him. Clearance into Class C at 5,000. We'll start our descent after we pass Avalon.
Stand by for frequency transfer and clearance.
Echo Yankee Zulu, thanks. I'd just like...
Echo Yankee Zulu, contact departures 129.4 for clearance.
1294, Echo Yankee Zulu. Remember departures, Echo Yankee Zulu, maintaining 5,000, request clearance, and then we're going to start our descent into Moorabbin after passing Avalon.
Echo Yankee Zulu, copied, cleared to Moorabbin via Avalon, maintain 5,000 at this time, the Melbourne QNH 1025.
Cleared Moorabbin, Avalon, via Avalon, 1025, and maintain 5,000, Echo Yankee Zulu. Oh, that was a rubbish radio call, Steph. Alright, so we're going to fly over Avalon, stay at 5,000, then descend after he tells us we can.
Okay, Yankee Zulu, you're clear of control area now. Your control services are terminated. There is a VFR aircraft about 3 miles just to the left of you, 12 o'clock, tracking northbound at 2,000 feet under airfire. I'll let you know if you get close to that aircraft.
Copy that, thank you. Traffic inside, and we should pass behind him. Echo Yankee Zulu.
Okay, Yankee Zulu.
Echo Yankee Zulu is 10 miles to the west, 1,500 inbound, visual with Yankee.
Echo Yankee Zulu, Moorabbin Tower, good day. Join base, runway 17 right.
17 right, Echo Yankee Zulu.
Charlie Yankee Whiskey, follow the Cirrus in your 12 o'clock, a mile and a half.
Follow Steph Cirrus, Yankee Whiskey.
Echo Yankee Zulu, good night.
It's nice to be back home again. Now, if you are watching this and you're not subscribed to the channel, please do click on that subscribe button. It means a lot to me to see the channel grow. Helps me do a lot of things with this channel as well if it grows over time. Otherwise, thanks for flying along with me. Thanks for watching. Milkshake, cup of tea.
Here you have it, folks. So, I don't know whether he was just giving his opinion. About those two other YouTuber pilots, or was he just being a straight hater? I mean, I'm just going by for what he, again, titled the video. YouTube pilots are the worst. To me, that's sounds more like a hater in a sense, or just somebody trolling, or whatever you want to call it. And let me state this for the record too. So, by no means, I know I've told the people, that follow me on my channel that, and told y'all individually, that there is no means, no type of beef in the aviator or aviation community or sector or whatever you want to call it. By no means there's none of that, because if that was the case from just his video alone, if he would have said some derogatory stuff and was really trying to, go at their throats and stuff, then that would all depend, unless if those guys would have retaliated and do a response video. But no, that's not the case. That's even nowhere near. As far as what you hear in that is like on the news, like ATC and pilots arguing back and forth. Why? Because, you know, not being able to get a special clearance, or that's rarely the case. But yeah, there's none of that going on in that particular community. So just wanted to let y'all know that. But again, that's just my take on the whole thing. Like I said, I don't know who this guy is, but if he was to attempt to do that, he said that he just named those two. Nico Wings, I've heard of through Brother Russ Can Fly. Shout out to him. He said he inspired him. Nico inspired Russ to, you know, start a YouTube channel, you know, getting aviation all together. So, matter of fact, Russ has shouted him out in one of his earlier videos of one of the YouTuber real life pilots. Oh, excuse me, that he watches. So, what else? Yeah, Steve-O-1 Knievel, I mentioned him as far as the you know, to challenge him to do my challenge on how aviation changes. Like, you know, I'm a small channel. If I'd have got all the lights in the world to meet to break the algorithm plane from that particular video, then it would have come across this feed and such, you know, him maybe doing a response to actually saying challenge accepted. But that's a long way to go. Ooh, for now. All I gotta do is believe in myself and trust the process and everything. So, but what are y'all thoughts on the Stephen Drury guy, or Stefan Drury? I have another video I want to do a reaction to of his that he posted a year later during the outbreak as is with the Boo Boo virus. That one's titled "What YouTube Pilots Don't Tell You," as a similar title to what airline pilots don't tell passengers that I've done 2 months ago. So yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah, obviously this will come across his feed, his subscribers, and maybe the Steve-O-1 Knievel and his subscribers, Nico Wings and his subscribers. Might go to anybody. I was gonna lastly say, well, if he can name those people individually, then I mean, he probably would have kept going. Like, who else are you gonna name? Like I said, the others that I just mentioned, or what? You gonna mention me too? If that was the case, at some point when I, you know what I mean? When my channel takes off and goes places, you know, with the algorithm stuff. But no, it ain't. I'm not even thinking of it. I'm just saying, you know. Yeah, we about to. It's past 14 minutes, so like I said, leave your comments down below again what y'all think. And that's it. Was this for clicks too? Obviously, clickbait, what or something? I don't know. You know, that's just, I don't know. So, from my channel to your channel, salute. Gulfstream Entertainment, Michael Carter Studios and Production. Oh yeah, if you enjoyed my channel, check out these channels.